Welcome back everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the importance of trellising and also how to set up your trellises for success. I use a few different two different trellises here, and those are arch cattle panel trellises and cattle panel wall trellises. Both work incredibly well, but I use them for different functions. I use my cattle panel walls, trellis walls, for tomatoes. My tomatoes love the vertical growing, and it just gives better airflow, better pruning. Staking them is a lot easier, and you're not using one of the tomato cages from the store. Those things, your tomatoes outgrow those so quick. I've had tomatoes 10 foot tall, and yeah, they're not needed. So let's show you guys how to set up trellises that are both efficient and can be affordable as long as you're using the right things. Now, I do want to start off with this. This is another one of my trellises. I ran out of it's not cattle panel, it's a different kind of paneling, but it's still an arch trellis with some paneling. I don't have anything down here. I'm going to add sticks to the bottom of this so they can grow up the sticks and then they can really spread out towards the top. This is mirrored on this side, but it goes all the way up, and that is going to be used to grow some tromboncino squash and some loofahs. The reason I'm growing those two on that is because the greenhouse frame will give more support and it will not collapse like this one has done in the past. I do have plans on how to save this one from collapsing, and I will show you guys that in another video. Right now I don't have the materials needed for that. Right now I just want to get the trellises up so I can start planting different things. But what I use and what you will need: T-posts, and then your fencing. You will need about 2 T-posts. If you were doing tomato walls, you will need 2 T-posts probably an 8-foot area. I have one set up here, and then down on the other end is the other part, but these beds are not that long. And then for this area, what I will do, I need to get this light out, but I will have one here, one there, and one there. That will give me enough strength on the bottom for it to be able to fully grow around and provide the best support for anything that I'm growing on that trellis. Now, before I get into the video of the actual tutorial, let me tell you guys what you can grow on trellises. Simple answer: anything can be grown on a trellis. Anything at all. Now, I try to reserve my trellises for things that could benefit from using a trellis. Cucumbers, Mexican sour gherkins, pole beans, any small gourds or anything like that. Your squash and zucchini will not benefit from it. It is very hard to train them up unless you catch things at the right time, and then you're very time intensive on staying on top of it. But that's what I do for mine. This year I am going to be adding in the loofahs and the tromboncino squash. I am going to be offering support for those heavier things that are going to be hanging off of the trellis. You want some support, or they're just going to fall and you're going to lose them. So I will be offering some support, and I will show you guys those when I get those. So let's get into putting this in. I also forgot, in your list of things that you will need zip ties, a hammer or T-post driver, and something else. I can't remember. There was something else, but I can't remember. So those are the things that you will need. The zip ties are to secure them to the trellis. Only reason I use zip ties is because at the end of the season, if I'm taking them down, I can cut them off. Just things like that. It's a little bit easier. So let me go get my T-posts and my hammer, and we can get started. I use 5-foot tall trellises, 5-foot tall T-posts. The cattle panel that I have, I don't know the exact measurement of it, But what you want to do is, how I originally started this was I had the roll of fencing. I put the T-posts where I wanted them, but within line of the thing, and I tried to do the end and the end. And then I secured it on one end, took it over, and had someone else help me. And then I figured out which height it needed to be for that area to figure out how tall it was for me to walk through. I am 6 foot tall, so it did need to be considerable, a weird area, but it was fine. So let's get and start into this. Trellises are up. We have this trellis here. It is bent because of everything. I'm going to be getting pool noodles and I'm going to be having them go around the side. So hopefully that works very well. My neighbor down the street has that on half of it and it stays up really well. And then we have the tomato wall. We just put it up. I leave enough room here, probably, I'd say that's 6 inches on either side for the tomatoes to be planted and going in. And then down here I'm going to do lettuce and stuff this year, but that will all be known. I need to flatten this out. It's very not good because of chickens getting in here, but yeah, it's looking quite well right now. So hopefully I inspired you guys to do something with your trellises if you learned anything at all. It's that vertical gardening can help save space in your garden, gets things up and out of the way, and it really is just a better alternative to letting things ramble. It keeps things healthier, it cuts down on disease, creates good airflow, all of that stuff. And I will be showing you guys how to do so much more this year with different things. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.